Yo, this episode of I got you. Make sure you go and check them out at venturescrack.com. Love to see it. Yo, this episode is brought to you by Ventures Crack. Anything but okay, I got you. This episode of No Gatekeeping is brought to you by Ventures Crack. Make sure you check them out at venturescrack.com. We here live at the crime scene, another episode of No Gatekeeping. I'm with a very special guest. This is Jocelyn Rivera, ladies and gentlemen, the one and only Jocelyn Rivera. Lovely to have you. The entertainment event curator.
That's me.
Yo, that is a huge title. Please tell us, tell us a little about yourself. Come on.
So I started my career in pretty much events, but by accident.
Okay.
So I was putting together showcases for up and coming artists, helping them kind of get seen.
Why was you doing that?
So I was just doing it because I was trying to make some money to start off. Yeah.
Okay. Sorry.
Maybe that was the wrong answer.
Okay.
But no, so I started it because I was in college. Mm-hmm. And I wasn't working in college. So I was like, okay, what can I do to kind of make money, but it'll still be fun.
Right.
And kind of make me excited. So someone owned a venue in Brooklyn, and she was like, oh, I'm trying to bring a younger crowd here, get people to come to our spot. So I started throwing the showcase there, and basically they had a bar there. People could buy drinks. It was cute. So I had artists kind of pay to do a performance, and then other people had tables there where they were selling their merch and doing stuff like that. So it was kind of I was doing events, but I didn't really kind of look at it that way. Right. It was just something I was kind of helping artists kind of get seen. Mm-hmm. And then it led into PR. So pretty much I started helping the artists get on blogs and placements and stuff like that. And that was me kind of writing for a lot of the blogs. So I was writing for them, and it kind of was a package now. So it was they were performing at my shows, and then they were also kind of getting seen. And I was writing their bios for them, putting them on the blogs, putting them on these social media pages. So people started reaching out to me for PR now.
Wow.
And I was like, oh, okay, I guess I'll do PR.
I mean, you did a good job, though.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I would say that. So I was doing that, and then I started reaching out to different labels now. I'm like, hey, I could write really well.
Yeah, before you go there, what skills did you pick up? So for you to become just throw an event, for artists, which is dope, and then actually get into public relations and actually have your hands in other things, what skills did you pick up? Because now you're actually contacting these big industries now. So what skills did you pick up while doing this?
Well, I would say just the confidence to just feel this is what I'm doing. But I did a bunch of those shows, probably maybe 6, a bunch of them throughout a couple months. And then I was like, okay, somebody reached out to me, was like, oh, you're doing these shows, a lot of artists are coming, stuff like that. I have a bigger venue. You want to partner with me on an event, to bring a lot more people out. I was like, all right, cool, no crazy. But I invited a bunch of label executives. I was reaching out to them. I was like, oh, come to the show. There's going to be artist performance, stuff like that. Somebody ended up getting signed to Empire. Somebody got signed to Atlantic Records. It was a big thing. So all the artists and all the labels who is this girl doing this stuff or whatever. So that's when I kind of leveraged it. Okay, I can help you guys get more artists, or I could write. I just was throwing a bunch of stuff out, but I know how to do stuff well. So it's it's gonna be quality regardless. So I did that. Then I started working at Shady Records as a contractor. So that's when I learned you could go to labels and you could be a contractor. You don't have to fully work there, but you could work for a lot of different labels and pretty much just get paid to do the services that you're offering. So,
master question: what obstacles or anything you face while starting this?
I mean, I was pretty young. I mean, I just graduated college. I never really worked a full-time job, so I didn't really understand structure a lot of the time too. I was just kind of moving fast too. I kind of wish that maybe I would have took a step back and kind of structure what I was doing a little bit better. Yeah. Just so that I could just maximize on everything that I was getting. Because I feel I could have made more. I could have did more. Who knows if I would have known what I was doing.
That's a fact.
Yeah. So
what legacy do you want to leave behind? I know you just did something big. I want you to talk more about that.
Yeah, sure. Legacy that I'll talk about the event too, but the legacy I want to leave is just like put yourself out there, like, because you never really know like what could come to you, but always put out quality. Like just if it looks good and it is right and the business is tight behind it, it's gonna go wherever it needs to go. So just, but don't be afraid to just do stuff. Like
that's big. You gotta take risks. Definitely gotta take risks.
Yeah.
This is
the event. I didn't answer your question.
Yes, yeah, back to the event.
So the event. So what's special about that event is it's like, for me personally, it's like the combination of like the things I've done in the past and what I'm doing now.
Okay.
So I wanted to highlight like Black women in the music industry, because I'm like, I started off as a Black woman in music, and I learned a lot. I grew a lot of things happened that I wish didn't happen. Like I wish I, knew more. So I'm like, if I don't want to do it anymore, I want to be able to teach other girls like what they should do, or like find a way to like, open up a platform so people can kind of learn. So that like, nobody has to deal with the type of stuff that I had to deal with because I was just moving fast. So I reached out to a bunch of women and like, explained to them what I'm trying to do. And they're like women that like, so I did 3 events. I started in New York with it. It was just called Black Women in Music. And that was for like C-level executives, like women who are like the marketing manager at Atlantic Records and this. Oh, they do like really, really big things. So I asked them if they wanted to speak and basically show like up and coming girls like what they could do and how they could get into it. So they all did that, and then we did a speed job fair at the event. So 2 women ended up getting jobs at labels and stuff like that. And then we did free headshots so that they can get prepared for LinkedIn and stuff like that, because I realized like LinkedIn is what really helped me get my first corporate job. So, like if you don't want to do the music thing, you could do that. Or if you want to do it, you could do that. But maybe you want to set yourself up to do something else, but you got to have the right look. So the headshots thing was where that came in. I did another event for Black girls who make music. So that was just girls who were signed to record deals, and they were able to kind of like tell up and coming artists like, how to get signed, what they have to do. And then I had a bunch of Black women who were A&Rs, listen to the girls' music, get them feedback, stuff like that. So it was like the same kind of event, but not just for the art, not just for the up and coming like executives, just for the artists.
That's fine.
And then the third event was pretty much about like girls who work at different music companies but have a side hustle or something that they do. So it's called self-made, like, or becoming self-made. And now it's basically for them to tell people like, yeah, you could work at the label full time, but you could also work on your passion project and do something too. So I did those 3 events here. So the goal with the summit was to combine all of those events into like a whole experience type of thing. So yeah, I did that. It was a 2-day summit. One was at SiriusXM Pandora in Atlanta. They let me use the space to do the Black Girls Who Make Music part. That event, it was like the first day was all for Black women who are artists. Okay. So all up and coming girls in Atlanta that's like, just trying to like learn more. So we started off with like a panel discussion with the Boykin sisters, and they're basically country music artists, but they're Black women. So I started off with that because I'm like, I want people to understand like, we don't always have to just make hip hop. Like,
that's
Black,
different. Yeah,
different. Like
it's
not. We're Black women could make all types of music, so we're gonna start it off so that y'all can learn about that. And they make it with they signed the QC too. So it's kind of like I'm just trying to like show a little diversity. Like like they signed to a hip hop label, but they're a country act and they're sisters. So we did that first panel so people could learn about that. Then the second panel was A&Rs that were like all Black women, and we had artists come up and play their music in front of them, in front of the audience, and in front of them to get feedback. And then the audience was able to write back feedback to them too, to give it to them. But with that, it was really crazy because what ended up happening was they were just supposed to come up there and play their music. But it was a group, and there was 3 of them, and they had the matching outfits, and they started dancing. So I was like, well, everybody gonna have to perform now.
That's
like,
right. So wait, talk about.
Yeah.
So they set the tone. They was only supposed to do something
They supposed
small.
to plug their music in, and that was supposed to be what it is. And when I saw them on the stage, and it was 3 of them, and they had matching outfits on, I was like, I can't. I was like, they ready to perform. So y'all want to perform? They was like, yeah, we want to perform. I wonder what
inspired them though.
That's the whole thing. Come ready. Come looking the part. Come together and you get the part. Like,
wait, do you prioritize your work life and your personal life? How do you prioritize that?
The lines these days are like, not, I wouldn't say blurred, but they come together sometimes. Cause like, for example, I'm like trying to get more into like my healthy like fitness journey type thing. So I just started going to the gym on my own time, whatever. But now I just got a offer from New York Sports Club. I'm like a brand ambassador for them now. So I'm doing like, you know, like videos and stuff like that. And then I signed to an influencer agency recently too. So I'm getting more like influencer stuff too. But I'm keeping it within the health and wellness type thing because that's what I wanted to do. So it's like, it's helping me to do what I want to do, but it's also like making me money. You might as well. So I'm like, so it's like, but I also do try to separate like stuff like that too. But it's just, they come together sometimes. Like for example, I posted a New York Sports Club video and then some restaurant reached out to me like, oh, you want to come eat or whatever. I was like, yeah, but I've been meaning to hang out with my friends from college. So I was like, can I do a girls' night video and can all my friends eat?
Yo, I'm going to be honest with you. It just sounds like what you're saying is fire because number one, it saves time. Yeah. It saves time, right? It saves energy and effort because you could be doing two separate things as opposed to actually going out to eat. You go into a spot that's going to pay you to eat, let you, you know, and then you have your personal life here.
Yeah,
and
let
you
my
time both of them
homegirls eat. They got hookah. It's okay. Let's go to that spot. And they got a brunch. I said, we go have brunch and hookah bottles. And they go pay. So
taking care of the personal and the business.
Yeah, might as well. Yeah.
Bad, kid. I ain't gonna lie, you bad. I ain't gonna lie, I felt that. So like the Black Girls event was dope and the music event was dope. And it's like, are those the things that drive you to continue, or is it you just working with bigger and bigger corporations? You know, does it both tie hand in hand for you? Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I think it's a little bit of both in a way, but like I do things that I like to do. Like I've been, I would say I have been blessed enough to be able to do things that feel good to me. Like, right. Like, you know, like I'm able to, like, brands that reach out to me and people that want to do stuff happen to be stuff that I'm interested in. So it's cool. Like I would love to continue to just do that and just make more money. Like continue making more money. Come on, I'm getting older. At the end of the day, it's always going to be about money. But like I would hope that it could continue to just be comfortable with me, like the stuff I like to do, because that's what's just happening. Like even now, like I'm full-time working on my own company now. But I'm able to, I work part-time at a tech security company.
Put your hands in everything. That's crazy.
But it's but what I said to say, because it's part-time and remote, so I'm able to like be flexible with the stuff that I want to do. But like you gotta make sure you're good. And then I work at Live Nation too, part-time in production, so like I do stuff with them too. But you know, like you just have to like have your hands in stuff to make sure you're okay, type thing.
Jozzy, I'm sorry. I make nicknames out of everything. Miss Jocelyn, is there anything essential that you could give someone else starting in your industry? Like, what are some essential things that people can avoid or use, you know?
To be honest, and this is going to be debatable, but AI, hands in the air.
I've been hearing that a lot.
Hands in the air.
Believe it or not.
Red-handed, you got me. ChatGPT.
Yeah, let's do it, yo. I'm a teacher. I know all about it.
Me and Chat.
Best friends.
Chatting. But like you have to just learn how to talk to it. Like you're not gonna just say, write an email for me, blah blah blah, cool. But like the other day, and this is only if you use ChatGPT. It won't work. It won't work if you don't use it.
I know.
It won't work. People. But if you go on it and you say, please tell me my 3 blind spots based on what you know about me. That's all I'm going to tell you how to do. Everybody go do it.
Damn.
Go do it. And then tell me thank you.
Oh, shit. Talk. 3 blind spots about me in regards to what?
You tell ChatGPT, based on what you know about me, please tell me my 3 blind spots.
But what do they know about you, though?
What you been feeding it, like
got
who
you,
like. Cause that's what I'm saying. You can't. It won't work if you don't use it.
So you got to ask the right questions to get the right answers.
Well, yeah, but I mean, like if you've been used, so okay, I use it to like say I'm writing an email or whatever. But like, so for example, when I was doing the Black Women in Music, like getting it started and everything like that, like I only had about like 2.5 weeks to like really finish, like make the event happen because we had a last minute venue change, so I had to get 2 new venues in like 2 weeks. Very, very chaotic. But I was only able to move that fast because I was using ChatGPT. Like say I had to write an email to 5 different people, but totally different ways, but the same concept. Like I'm like, can you write an email for this person? Take this, a little bit of their website, tell me a little bit of that, and it was going. But imagine you trying to do that by yourself, Like, and you only have 2 weeks and you have to send about like 500, you know what I mean?
Yo,
it's not possible.
I'll be honest with you. I had parent teacher conference and I had to give the report cards out. I don't want to tell y'all what I did for comments.
We know what's going on. So
I felt that.
You know, but like, you know, but
that makes sense.
It's still like human intelligence because you have to, and let me tell you, pay attention to it because I sent an email to all of the artists that are performing and I told them, because I copied up, because I was, okay, if we're being honest, I was working on this event every night, like 4 o'clock in the morning, driving, like I was extremely tired. So I copied the whole email from the ChatGPT. I sent the email out. It said the correct date, but ChatGPT is not a human. It doesn't have a concept of dates as it relations to the date. So if you say Thursday, if you say the 28th, they may just say Wednesday, and it may be Thursday the 28th.
That's crazy.
Because it just doesn't know, because it doesn't understand months and things like that just yet.
So you have to get
So I copied it to say Thursday the 20th. The date was correct, but the day of the week wasn't correct.
Got you.
So now I sent an email to all these people, and now everyone. Luckily, someone wrote me at 6 o'clock in the morning, and it was like, "Is it the 28th or the today or the third?" And I was like, "Oh my God!" So I corrected it, and everybody saw it. But like, it's not just a loose tool. You have to pay attention. You have to feed it properly.
If you have to start from scratch, right, and do it all over, and actually get to the spot in the position where you at right now, but quicker, how would you do it?
Okay, well, to be fair, like, I totally believe in God's timing. So I feel like if this is the time I'm supposed to get there. But to answer your question,
that's fair. I get
like,
that. I get that.
Come
I
on,
like that. I get it. Amen.
This is literally
Amen.
like,
Come on, Insta
I don't want to do anything faster than what I was supposed to be doing. Like, I feel like if I was in somewhere, I would be like, okay, where is, like, what's the pulse of this place? Like, what gets people excited? What gets people moving? What, like, if I go somewhere and I'm like, what's going on? I'm like, okay, what do people love the most over here? What gets them moving? What can they not live without? What do they need? And now I just got to be the only person that got that.
That's fire.
Yeah.
I'm not even gonna lie, shout out to you for that. If you was to have your industry with something I could not take away from you, right? That you need.
I would say like a team, if that's the case. Like,
okay.
I feel like as I started to grow and like do more things, like I realized like I cannot do this alone. Like if I do anything, like I need a support system of people that like believe in what I'm doing and like want to support me. Because like I go crazy. Like there's like I literally wake up in the morning and I have an idea, and I have people that I can tell the idea to, and they'll make it happen for me.
Drake.
Like literally, I have like a bunch of people that like just support me, and I'm like, if I didn't have that, like I'd just be like a crazy person with ideas, and like I can do stuff for sure on my own. But like that's why I was able to get where I am now, because I was able to like lean on people and like ask for advice or just have people that's actually willing to like do the thing. Like,
you know, so say you have to throw an event, right? And say you didn't get the outcome that you wanted. What are some things or obstacles that you face like that, and what did you do to change it? You know?
I am delusional. I believe that it's going to happen no matter what, and that's what happens. Like I don't subscribe to.
I don't subscribe
to that's not gonna happen.
That's fire.
I don't subscribe to that. We'll figure it out. But it'd be hard as hell. Like I'm not gonna say like it just be happening for me. Like I'll be fighting for my life, but I just be like no.
What's some things you gotta fight?
Like for the event, for the Black Girl Music event, oh my God, I went through so much. Like literally, like the venue canceled on me, and look at the camera when I say this. This is the camera.
Every camera is yours.
Okay,
but this is yours right here. I think it's
camera.
Yours. Yeah, my fault. This is yours.
I need every Black person to open their eyes, because like these DEI holds that's going on with our president, they're real, and they will stop what you're doing.
Okay.
So you have to be careful, and you have to pay attention to, like, you have to make sure your contracts are signed. You have to make sure that your agreements is tight. You got to make sure your shit's tight. Because right now, it's hard.
Your venue canceled on you. What did you do?
I was
within the nick of time, got a new venue.
So just try to find a venue. I just had to figure it out. And I just was looking through stuff. I saw somebody that posted something before. I was like, oh, this venue looked nice. I had to hit. And it's also, I have a great network too. Like
Right.
I reached out to
That's
like
dope.
3 girls that like been to that venue, and I was like, I need the owner's number.
Right.
Like somebody got to give me the number. Got me the girl's number. I got on the phone with her, and I told her like, this is what it is.
And that was that.
Yeah.
And you was able to get it done.
Mm-hmm.
I just think it was your confidence more than anything.
Yeah, I'm extremely confident. That's what I'm saying. I'm extremely confident. I just be like, and I told you I'm delusional. I just be like, I'm really delusional. I'll be like, I will really believe like I'll just be like, I want that.
To me, delusion is not delusion if it's confidence.
Yeah, I mean, like, it's not like I'm like crazy. Like, I'll just like do anything. Like, I'm very calculated with my delusions, but I'm delusional. I believe anything is possible if I really want to do it.
Amen. Listen,
Yeah.
I ain't gonna lie to you. I'm having a blast.
I'm having a blast. I'm like, we could go all night.
Is there anything, before we wrap up, is there anything in true no gatekeeping fashion that you want to say? Any last words that you want to tell us about yourself? Anything that you're doing? Anything to look forward to? Any upcoming events? Anything?
I feel like just follow me on Instagram.
Okay.
Yeah.
The Instagram is?
Jocelyn Rivera. It's just my name.
Okay.
Yeah. Just follow me because, like, sometimes I don't even know what's going on. Sometimes, like, it's just, like, stuff pops up. So I'm like, if you want to know what I got going on, that's the best place to know. Like, I have, like, things I'm working on, like, events and stuff like that, too. But a lot of the stuff I'm working on is, like, unfortunately, like a event for a client, personal, private thing. Like I can't. It's not like I'm trying to do more events for everyone, but it costs a lot of money. So it's like I have to get sponsors and do things like that. And I'm already doing that for like clients and stuff that I have. So it's kind of like hard for me to do my own stuff. So
It's hard for you to use sponsors for your own personal.
No, it's not hard for me to get them. It's just hard for me to like do the actual event, like produce it.
Oh,
because
wow.
I'm like working on stuff that I'm already getting paid for, like people's stuff.
Right.
I don't know when I'm gonna do a next big event for everybody, but like I always try to do stuff for like niche communities, I guess, like for Black women or like I'm trying to do them for Caribbean women in music. That's the best way I could get it across outside of like private events that I'm doing for my clients and stuff like that,
Right.
which I'm starting to post more. I learned CapCut, so I'm trying to like learn how to make my own videos and
we've been using
post
that.
what I've been doing on the day-to-day and stuff like that too. So follow me on Instagram. I'm about to post a video. I don't know when it's coming out, but I'm about to have a video up soon about today.
Yeah.
I'm working. I'm trying to get my CapCut on, so I got a nice video for y'all. And it's
Yo.
gonna have this in it.
Shout
I
out to
hope
you.
so. If somebody got videos of me, actually.
Oh no, we got some footage.
Yeah,
We got some
I
footage.
should've put my phone up so I could do the.
It's the thing. See,
Because it has to be vertical for CapCut.
but we
which I
also want
learned.
you, as I don't stomp my foot, we want you to use this platform for yourself too.
No, yeah, I'm totally down, but I have to just make sure it looks right for the camera for CapCut.
Oh, I got you.
Yeah,
I felt
because I
that.
just want to make sure that I get my view. I'm trying to get my views up.
You look good, kid. You got that. Yo, man.
Thank you.
Shout out to you. Yo, clap it up. Yo, thank you so much. This is Jocelyn Rivera, ladies and gentlemen.
Thank you.
I'm Donnie. We live at the crime scene. This is another episode of No Gatekeeping. Of course, you are designed to conquer, goddammit. Shit me.